the question about the challenges faced ASEAN, I think there are a couple of things. First of all, that we know is geopolitical tension, amongst countries that happens, and see ASEAN on the interest, and how we, as a countries part of these regions, are dragged upon that, potentially dragged upon that superpower kind of like conflicts and competition in the regions. Secondly, I see the environmental and sustainability challenges. When we're talking about forest in Asia, ASEAN holds most of the tropical forest. Like for instance, Indonesia owns 91 million hectares, Malaysia around 25-30 hectares, and with the growing population, our population is almost 700 million, 660 million ASEAN people, and keeps growing and growing. So we consume and keep consuming, and then without any guidance on how do we preserve the environment while consuming, it will degrade lands and our forests, especially where you're from, the Brunei, the beauty tropical Brunei forest in Kalimantan as well, part of Indonesia. And I think the third challenge is, as you touch a little bit about disparity, when we're talking about disparity, economics disparities between, ASEAN, Human Development Index, when you're talking about Singapore with 0.9 score of Human Development Index, whereas Indonesia is only 0.6, and Cambodia is lower than 0.5 on the Human Development Index. So if we want to strengthen the regions facing 2045, the challenges will be, how do we try to be at the same playing level field, or equalize the stage for every country in the regions to kind of collaborate and participate in develop the region. And on the economic side, when you look on the statistic data, intra-trade volume between ASEAN countries is lower than individual trade volume between countries of ASEAN with other countries outside of the ASEAN region, like USA or China. So like the big homework, especially our role as a young people is how to increase, for instance, the volume of trade, how to try to the disparity between countries in the region. And I'm happy that this kind of event, I've been participating in this kind of event like since ages ago when I was like 18, 19, in a platform called Young Southeast Asian Leaders Initiative. And now I've met lots of ASEAN leaders in this room taking very important role in their countries. Some of them are advisors to the Prime Minister, some of them in the presidential office. And when we meet in this kind of events, we talk to each other on how then we collaborate and cooperation in the future to increase and strengthen in the ASEAN as a region and its role in the world. And then I've touched on the government sides, but I want to emphasize also lastly on the importance of this kind of multilateral organizations like ASEAN and the other organizations to provide platforms for the young people to talk to and also listen to them. And I want to touch on one of the quote, shared responsibilities make burdens lighter and achievement greater. So it's like shared responsibility is not just about burdens, but by sharing responsibility and knowing each of the countries' role in ASEAN, then we know what to achieve and how to achieve it effectively. So I would also add our shared future, shared responsibility, and shared achievements. Not just ASEAN as an object in the geopolitical of the worldwide level, but ASEAN as a very respected region that can also give positive impacts to the whole world to make it a better place.